welcome felt really just well-deserved, so thank you for that. Before I start my set, I want to let you guys know that I was running in the park the other day, and I saw 3 runners get hit by cyclists, okay? And I want to tell you guys that up top so you know that I'm the type of person who runs in parks. So just keep that in mind during my set. I actually one time ran a marathon. Thank you. I'm legally obligated to tell everyone that all the time, forever. I ran a marathon in Cleveland, right? Because if you're going to run 26.2 miles, you want to be surrounded by the picturesque industrial scenery of Cleveland, Ohio, which is really fun. But I'm actually biking a lot more now. I have City Bike. And I love City Bike. I love that it's so easy and it's so convenient. But what I love most about City Bike is that ever since it became a thing, people are calling something else the town bicycle. Because people used to call me the town bicycle, so yeah. Another thing I love about City Bike is that instead of just sitting down on my commute, I can be exercising. And I'm gonna burn a lot of calories and get really skinny and be really hot for when I eventually get hit by that crosstown bus. You know, like I'll be healthy, but I'll be dead. But I'll be healthy, you know? It's like, talk about an open casket, you know? After picture right here. Yes, I have summer on the mind, so I'm going to tell you guys about my favorite summer memory, and it happened right after 6th grade, okay? And 6th grade is a very complicated time for a female. You're either a girl or you're a woman, okay? You're finger painting or you're getting fingered, you know? We're all shopping at the Midwestern store for female tweens, 579. We don't know it? Okay, well, we don't know? Well, I'm shopping at it. And so is everyone I know. You know, but some of us are 5s and some of us are 9s. And I just happen to be a 5. I'm so low, I'm almost a 4, okay? When the other 9s were going out with boys on the weekends, I was doing my favorite activity, which was mall. You know, where you just walk around the mall. So on the first day of summer after 6th grade, my mom plans for me to go to a water park. And you guys, it happens, I get my first period that day, okay? I get my first period and I don't know what to do. But I did commit to it. I still get it today. Thank you. It's been a struggle. I didn't know what to do, so I had to guess, and I had to put in a tampon. This is a health lesson. I know that's not what you came for, but surprise, okay? So I had to put in a tampon, and I didn't have the internet when I was 12. We barely had electricity, so I had to guess, okay? And there's 2 parts to a tampon. You know, the bigger part and like the less bigger part, okay? And what happens is you slide the 2 together, you take that out, and the cotton absorbs your period. But I didn't know I had to take the applicator out, okay? So what that means is nothing was absorbing my period. And of course, the applicator was plastic, because I ain't no cardboard hoe, okay? And also, can we talk about how crazy it is that you have 2 choices to put up your vagina, and that's paper or plastic? It's like, I brought my own bag, you know? So because the applicator is plastic, it's actually enhancing my period, okay? It's acting like a fountain, if you will. The period hits the tampon and just kind of slides everywhere. But saving grace for a 12-year-old girl who just got her period, denim shorts. Okay, they absorb your period, and that's great. And also another magical tip about periods, I know you came to hear this. When you go into water, your period disappears. It's science. And also, if you see a hot guy at a bar and you want him to come home with you, your period disappears. It's science. So my period comes, my period goes, it travels in Europe, it sends me postcards, it has a great month, okay? It gets a tan, I'm happy for it. So the second week of summer, the 9s invite me to go to an amusement park. And by that, their moms were like, include Carly, okay? So we go to Geauga Lake. What a fun name. So we go to Geauga Lake, and the 9s are there to be seen, and I am there to be amused, okay? I'm obsessed with amusement. I want to go on the first ride I see, and that ride happens to be a ride called Magic Carpet Ride, which is basically a glorified elevator. It just goes up and down, okay? No, it's not fancy. The other 9s refuse to be seen with me. So Liz's mom comes on the ride with me, okay? So we get to the top of the ride, and this has never happened to me before. I get really sick, I get really nauseous. And Liz's mom has to call down and say, "Stop the ride!" So we go down, we get off the ride. To settle my stomach, Liz's mom gets me an extra large cup of pop, let me translate, soda, okay? It's vintage, Sprite, and I drink it, I inhale it, because I'm not allowed to have caffeine. I'm not really sure why, no one's ever told me why I'm not allowed to have pop. So I drink it, and I'm having a time of my life, and I turn a corner, and that's when I see it. Raging Wolf Bob, which is not a sexual predator, but another roller coaster. And I really want to go on this roller coaster, so Carrie, the good Samaritan that she is, offers herself to go on this roller coaster with me. So it's the second week of summer, it's super packed. We're waiting in line for this roller coaster, and it's taking forever, and we're halfway through the line, and that's when it hits me, that cup of pop. I have to go to the bathroom, but I can't get out of line because I'm in line with a 9. So I start talking about the new Ace of Base cassette, okay? She has nothing to say about it, and so I have nothing to say to her. You know, I mean, if we can't relate on that, what can we relate on? So we're to the part of the line where, you know, the roller coasters have those metal dividers because of the government or whatever. So I sit down on the metal divider, and I'm wearing a bathing suit, and I'm wearing denim short overalls that I crisscross in the front. And I think to myself, you know, my bathing suit is meant to get wet, right? The denim shorts absorbed my period last week at the water park. So I look out into the horizon, and I make a choice. And my choice is to pee. I pee on that metal pole, not unlike a dog, okay? Pee is leaving my urethra, building momentum, and splashing on the ground, okay? People are horrified. They're shielding their children's eyes. They're saying, "Look away!" And that's when I realized that the only thing I ever really wanted was for strangers to look at me. Thanks, guys. I'm Ann Filbin.